What's up, y'all? I'm Jakai Lewis, and welcome back to another episode of Still Young Broadcast. Now, today, this is special too. I got one of the flyest, one of the coolest. No, my favorite part is he's so special that even if you come into a room, you ain't even gotta say that shit after he leave. That's how good the energy is already coming.
Oh my God.
So we got no one other than Ponzo I. What's going on, Ponzo?
I'm here, man. I'm good. Good energy, good invitation. Everything already up there. Like before the questions, the energy already there. So
Facts.
I'm up there with you. We can make a good little toast.
So we're gonna make a toast. So I want to make a toast to family, loyalty, business, all fly shit. What else? What else can we add?
Man, more life, more blessings.
That's period.
That's it. I'm
That's
on
it.
water, by the way, too.
All water, by the way. Mine infused with lemon and mint inside. So I'm happy that we're here. We got the toast out the way. So let's get into the real magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what I want to know first. For the people who might not know right now, who is Ponzo I?
So I'm just a you can cuss on this joint, like
Yeah,
you
go
can
ahead.
talk like how you
Be
talk, like
yourself.
yeah, like
Yes.
I'm just a young nigga. I'm just a young fly nigga. I'm from the county. Like a lot of people probably get that mistaken. It's not really reiterated. I ain't really got a drill. It's like if you know, you know. Like I'm from the county. I mean, I'm from Derby Township. I'm not from the city. I just do a lot of business in the city.
Right. Respected in the city.
I mean, respected in the city. Like I don't really be liking the spotlight on because I don't really do it for nobody else. Like I really do this for me. Like
Right.
so, just to give you like some insight, like coming up, where I come from, a lot of people they was into sports. Like everybody my age, they played sports, they played video games. That was never my thing. Like even to this day, I shoot around at the court, whatever. I mean, I play the games with my little brothers if they ask. But on a day to day, I had to figure out myself as a kid what I wanted to do.
Right.
Because my town was just so revolved around sports. Then you gotta look at it like I'm only but so. I mean I'm 5'5". I ain't really but too much. I'm even trying to even do not to shoot nobody's dreams down, but it's like look. On top of that, even if you got the build and you got the talent, it's still a percentage game that you gotta play with if you even gonna make it there.
Right.
And I didn't get discouraged as far as like I didn't want to do it because of that, but it just never was my thing. So it's like what was my thing though was getting dressed. So it's only but
Right.
so many practices that you gonna go to and watch your homies before you realize you could be doing something for yourself.
Right.
I was always dressed like, just always from thrifting to getting a job to have my own money, just whatever. Like it's something in the crib somebody got they ain't wearing no more. I'm putting it together like now they want their pieces back because they ain't even know that they even laid like that.
Right.
So it's like coming up from that, it kind of like introduced me to people that just. They had clothing lines. Like people start coming up, they started having their clothing lines, and it was like just from seeing me, it'd be like, oh, well, I like how you put together your own outfits.
Right.
So let me see how you put together my brand. Let me see how you put together one of these pieces that I got. So,
Right.
and I was always outside. So it's like I was doing a lot of stuff that just people my age wasn't doing because they were so wrapped around just the sports and being in the town. Like I always found something to do
It was
outside
different.
of like, you mean like. My folks from down West Philly, they got their little stuff to do. Like, you mean, my folks from down the bottom. So it's like, I run around down there, see what's going on down there. It's like, you figuring out yourself outside of sports. Like, you really outside, you feel me? Like,
Right.
where I grew up at was no really, it's not dangerous. You mean, things happen every now and again, but it's like, don't never let nobody tell you. Like, from where I'm from, it ain't nobody
It's not
dangerous,
crazy.
you feel me? Like, it's thorough people down there, but for the most part, you could go to sleep and have your doors unlocked. You ain't got to worry about nobody running in your crib. Like, so I'm not even going to push the whole...
That narrative.
Yeah, like, cause that wasn't it. You feel me? I didn't
Right.
have to worry about the
That's
average stuff.
fire.
I didn't have to worry about the average stuff that people had to worry about. And when I did have to deal with it, I always knew I got a key to a crib in the county. I can leave the drama. I can go
Right.
have my fun in the city,
Right.
but I can leave the drama right where it's at.
Peace of mind.
Yeah, lay my head. And the crazy thing is, it's within a 15-minute span. You leaving the drama 15 minutes away. So
Right.
it's like I always was happy that I had that outlet to grow up out there. So like fast forward back to the whole fashion thing, it's like I can say I never wanted to be a model, like ever. Like that was never my thing. To this day, it's like people ask you like, can you shoot with me? Can you shoot with me? Can you shoot with me? And you do it so many times that I remember like a person asked me like, did I want to shoot with him? And I had to tell him, I'm like, bro, I don't even model. And they ran me back my resume. Like they was like, how you don't model and you just did boom, 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 and boom. Me not realizing like, oh, that's what come with it. Like, all right, cool. And then the crazy thing was, I didn't have no social media. I only had an Instagram since 2017.
It's crazy you brought that up because I was on Twitter and I'm like, because you know it has a date of what year you started, and I'm like, damn, so he ain't even really been into it for a long time.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I was really outside. Like when people be like, I'm outside, like people wasn't really outside. Like how I'm speaking now, I always spoke like this as a kid. Like I always just had the game. It's like I didn't get. I'm not gonna say that I wasn't ever running around with my friends, but all my influence was from people that was older. Right. So they already matured me. You feel me? And I already came, like my grandma.
You could tell.
I grew up in my grandma's house, like, because she lived in the county. I got to go to school in the county. You feel me? Like my mom, she lived in the county for one point in time, and when she was out there, I did live out there. When she decided to move to the city, I stayed in the county. So it's like my grandma was a teacher, and her sister was a teacher, and her other sister was the wife of a pastor. So it's like I came up underneath. I mean, I got a good like all that. I'm well rounded. But then on the other side, it's like you got the folks that do whatever that they do. So it's like you just all around the board, you cool.
You cool. And it's crazy because you way ahead of the game. Because my next question was going to be like, what morals and principles did you grow up on? Because it interests me how you carry yourself, whether it's in person or on social media. It's just you.
All right, so this is what I can tell you, like, and there's no other way that I can put it. It's just in me. Yeah. My pop died when I was 8. It's not really no. I mean, I got a grandpa cool. My grandpa lived in Scranton. I was going up there every summer. Museums that's in D.C. He was taking me there every summer. I already went to every museum outside of the newest ones that just been up there. Like this was every summer. I was already doing stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like not only was I in the county, then I went 2 hours out to an even better just environment. So I always just knew, like I just was always up on stuff that people don't just do on a day to day. But I grew up really primarily with women. So it's like, that's what I'm saying, my morals is just really like, it just gotta be, you got to respect them and all that. I had to teach myself, like as far as like the respect for women and how to carry it with the women, I got that from them. But a woman can't really teach you how to be a man, so it's like, you gotta figure that out for your own self. I mean, and then I got to the age where it's like, damn, you done did so many things. You wouldn't even know by the way that I carry myself. If I didn't tell you that my pop died when I was 8, you would have thought I had a thorough old head in my corner.
Yo, that's so crazy. It's true.
It's nothing. Like, not even to throw no shot at my grandpa, but it's like, I mean, shout out to him, but it's like,
all from the ground,
it's from the ground. Yeah, right. Like this is really me. Like I got up and figured life out for myself.
That's fire. So, damn, that was a lot. Yo, you just really answered a lot that we needed to hear, and it's not even surprising to me because, like I said, you can see it through your whole approach. Like, it's just really you. It's authentic. So tell me, when y'all were in a household, either at your grandma's house or you with your mom, what kind of music were y'all playing in your household when you was younger?
You know, we playing everything. Like and then like when you young, you don't never know what the mom's going through. We got Keisha Cole, we got oldies. Like right now, when I just got my crib, I got records hanging up on my wall from so my grandma. Well, my nana. My grandma is my dad's mom. I call her grandma.
Gotcha.
My mom's mom, I call her nana. So I had my nana's records hanging up on my wall at the crib as decor from her husband was in the Air Force. And they just got all these different joints they were just collecting as they was going. So it's like, my grandma was born in what, 55? Mm-hmm. All my music was from 55 to speed it up. My mom was born in 77.
Okay.
Everything from 55 all the way up until now.
They was bumping that.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah, right. That's my music. Like,
and the reason why I asked you that is because you know I love your daughter. She's one of my favorite toddlers ever. Yo, she really smart. Yo, y'all, she's smart and everything. Like if y'all follow Ponzo, y'all would know. And the reason why I asked you that was because the other day, no, it was probably like a week ago, maybe a few days ago. I saw on your Insta story you had the music playing in the morning, and she's singing the words to what song was that?
She was singing Oh Sheila. She be singing Genuine. She be singing all kinds of things. She singing everything. I posted her up a couple times singing different things.
Yo, this is crazy. But that just goes into the structure of how you grew up and how you instilling it into your child.
Like, it was crazy because it's like I do listen to rap music. She do listen to kid music. But it's like primarily I'm not a just everyday want to hear rap.
Right.
And you can probably tell from how I speak, I ain't just like, the way that I speak is not, the music is that's not what I want to hear all day. So it's like, yeah, I gotta have something with some content. Like, listening to that kind of music, listening to music that's on an R&B tip. And I ain't just like an old man, like I ain't a pop-up. But it's like, when I do want to listen to something, it's like, you gotta really know how to rap. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like you gotta really know how
you gotta be spitting some real stuff.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm kind of like an old head too, in a sense. A lot of people tell me I have an old soul, old spirit. I love a lot of R&B, old music. That's just me. A lot of Marvin Gaye, a lot of Stevie Wonder, all that stuff. But like you said, if it's rap, it gotta be some real stuff. And I'm glad we're touching base on family and then the tradition, because even with social media and on Twitter and Instagram, not only do you utilize it for your business, but you also bring it a part of your family as well, and setting a great example doing that, whether it's with your daughter.
That's why I'm gonna tell you, like, cause it's like I don't got no link in my bio for no business. I'm the brand myself.
Right.
I can honestly say I've never reached out for no work. Like, quote me after y'all get this joint and be like, pull the DM up and be like, if I ever really like reached out like for some work. But it's like I don't really reach out for no work. But you gotta understand, somebody may not like how you dress, but they like how you carry it as a father, or they like how you carry it as a boyfriend, or they like how you carry it as a son. You gotta give people different avenues of why they want to support you.
Yeah.
So if I do want to put a product out, or if I do want to co-sign another product, I can send you some sales for kids' clothes by putting it on my daughter, because they think that's the cool thing. I'm supporting her is going to make him think that I'm cool, because that's something that he supports.
Right.
So it's not always just about whatever is your natural, your primary talent. You gotta have other talents.
You gotta have other
Some people buy stuff from girls just because they in hustle mode and they want to get next to them. They know that the girl she's doing she's pulling up on you. She's doing meetups.
Super fast.
So it's like, oh, all right, well, I don't even like what she got, but I got a couple of dollars to spend. I want to talk to her. Cool.
Right.
Your beauty paid off. But
Right.
then you got other people that's like, oh well, I just want to be next to her for whatever reason. Like, she just so fly. I want to get next to her, buy something from her, see if she take a picture with me. So it's like, give people different avenues of why they want to even deal with you. Right. And then if you got a business, it's going to make them want to tap into your business for different reasons.
That's super facts. And I have conversations with my best friend all the time, Adriana. Shout out to ADW.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to
for
ADW.
Sure, shout out to her.
We just have conversations on how to just grab different audiences, just like you said. Like, you may present a business and they probably just fuck with you, not even for what you present, but how you carry yourself. And even with us, we were saying too, like, people really like us, you know, individually and as a friendship, because you don't really get that. Like, friends coming together is a negative stigma around friendships, and then business and all that kind of stuff. So it's just how people mess with you, and then you're just gonna wind up supporting you authentically.
All that really be like perspective. Is like, you know who's not your friends.
Yeah.
So if you still decide to try to push the agenda with somebody that you know don't have your best interest, it's not gonna be a surprise if it don't go how it's supposed to go.
Right.
Now you and her already know this is really my friend. Outside of the business, y'all talk to each other. I'm pretty sure y'all moms know y'all.
Right.
Like y'all, like her mom knows you, your mom knows her. So it's like, outside of business, if anything happened to her mom, your mom is gonna ask you, how's Adriana doing?
Real love.
So it's like, so it's like, now that we gonna go into the business, it's like we already got that connection.
Right.
As opposed to you find somebody that's good for the business, and then you put the fake friend around it. And then it's like, you know that's not even your friend, they just here for business.
Right.
I done did business with people where the photographer doesn't even want to say, like, because of course my business is in fashion. The photographer don't even got no rap for me. He's not even making me feel like I even want to get in my bag with the shoot. It's just, he here to take his pictures, get his money, and leave.
Regular.
So it's like, I'm not even about to hit him with the, yeah, that's my man, that's my friend, because we not even friends. At that point, we just do business together. Now, not to say if he was even to be nice, it was going to make me say he's my friend, but it's like, it would give him the steps to make me be like, all right, he can become a friend.
Right.
Some people already block out even being able to become a friend by how they carry it with you just from the rip.
Right. And I think that has a lot to do with, I don't know, maybe their upbringing or how their situations came or their past experiences, but I think it is a good thing to try to do, is try to engage in conversation and fill the situation out. I think you're totally right. Like, just to start to build that relationship.
Let me see, this all raw natural. Grab that phone from over there. Prime example of just starting a conversation and showing love to people. I'm looking at, I got 28 pictures on my Instagram right now.
Right.
We're going to go through them. First John, Yuri, that's one of my followers. Amo Stilo, that's one of my followers. Lapstone and Hammer, boom. Who else we got on here? Pelf, Trip, Tatiana, Vincent Peak, Stocked Up, another Stocked Up, Classic Studios, Paranoia, Pelf again, Danny. This shirt, mine, I did a collab with one of my followers on some merch. They sold out in a day, like real sneaky, quiet. I didn't even tell nobody about it. You probably didn't even know.
No.
Yeah, they just went the same day. Yeah, so that went. Splurge, the jacket by Splurge, he from New York. Makeover. That's another upcoming brand in the city. Radical Youth, I got the scarf on me today. Assignment A, she made my shirt. She made my bucket hat. Drink Minds. Classic Studios on the pants. Yuri again. Boom, Banny. So it's like out of the 28 numb designs right here, Love Your Face, Face Your Fears, Made in Pit. He made my pants. Yeah, one of my followers right here, Jonathan, Alexander, his girlfriend named Jada. They do the crochet thing.
Fire.
They made me the cardigan. It's kind of similar to like what Adriana got, but hers is like a lighter knit.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, even today, Amo Stilo, this the Radical Youth, Non-Period, like these all
fire.
All locals, like
right.
all people that's like they not even all the way up there, because this my designer. That's how I feel. Like I treat them how people treat Balenciaga, Gucci, yeah, stuff like that. So it's like they be having fire stuff, and the prices for what you gonna spend on that, it's like you can get 3 things from them. Right. And what I always tell people is, I know all these people in person. When I tag them, they gonna comment, they gonna repost it. I can even call them for lunch and we can politic. Gucci not reposting you.
Right.
I mean, Louis not inviting you for no brunch or no nothing like that. So it's like I rather politic with the people like that's here.
Around,
right.
And have that real good experience. All right, so you get a lot of love in the city, in the county too. Is it sometimes overwhelming in a sense?
It's very overwhelming. I just went to a pop-up shop for Shy Diddy. I supported him at a pop-up. And these people that I follow, like they my age, they was just showing like major love. Shout out to Guap. He do the denim, Guapo's 90 denim. Him and his and his homies, I can't think everybody off the top of my head. They came up and they was giving me my flowers at a pop-up, like, bro, we appreciate what you doing and all that. And I was like, oh, like, y'all my age, it's shocking.
Right.
Because not only do people not give you your flowers, y'all are men, and y'all are black men, and it's out in the open. It was just so many factors that was hitting me at once. I'm like, yo, like, it's really people that, you mean, show the same love that I would show somebody.
Right.
But not only was it just one person, it was like his gang. So I'm like, oh, like, when I'm not around, they be like, yo, like, shout out the boy, you feel me? Like, yeah, that's what's up.
And it's dope that you say, giving people their flowers while they're here, because that's really what this is all based around too. And why I wanted you here specifically, because Ponzo, I'm telling you, I already knew how this was gonna go. It's so authentic. And let's just tell them too, like you said, it's all raw shit. Like this is me and Ponzo.
Yeah, this ain't no drawing behind queuing in no questions, ain't no iPad. It's like you probably knew what you wanted to talk about, but it's like now that I started talking, it's like, damn, I ain't even get to ask what I was going to ask, because he already started saying, like, that's how the real conversation was supposed to go.
Navigating it perfectly, authentically. And it's like...
Everything is an interview. Everything is an interview.
Everything.
If it was no camera rolling, there was no backdrop, and we was outside, we was talking to each other, we interviewing each other to know about the other person.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Every interview is not caught on camera. Like, we already interviewed we already talked to each other in the DM. We already had an interview.
And this is really our first time.
Right, yeah, this is the first time I ever actually sat down face to face.
And y'all probably couldn't even tell.
You wouldn't be able to.
And that's how it's so strong. So tell me this too. Why do you think it's important to show the great factors of like, yo, I'm a great dad, like I have a daughter, this is what I gotta do.
You just gotta change the narrative, because at one point in time, like, women want a backbone for the family. You gotta represent that. It's like deeper than the fashion. This is why I always tell people, like, this is just a conversation starter. Right. This is even, I could care less about fashion. Like, it's just, I don't know how to not. You mean, like, this is just how my mind works. Put this on, put this together, put this together. But this is just the, bro, can you throw this one back over there? This is just the, like, I like what you got on. And then once we start talking, we find out, I get dressed every day. I don't even want to talk about getting dressed. Let's talk about aliens. That's already what I do. Like, you think somebody that work in the hospital want to talk about stuff they got to do with the hospital all day? They want to know if you just watch this new series on Netflix. Right. So it's something like, different. Right. They want something different. This is already their craft. This is what they live in every day. And I enjoy it, but it's like sometimes, like you said, it can be overwhelming from people just, you have the same conversations over and over. I'll be ready to just answer the question, put it in my highlights. But now what are you going to do when you're not on social media? Right. It ain't no highlights. It ain't like you can just be like, oh, well, go check my highlights. You got to really go answer that. And it's like, I don't never get tired of doing it. But it's like, it be like, damn, like, I just answered this. Like, do I got to really answer this again? Now, how does it feel when you go into an event, right? And then it's somebody you may see or talk to on social media, but when y'all get together, it's like an awkward thing. Like, what advice can you give to a person like, yo, just be yourself, just be natural? Like, it's the same kind of I can't tell nobody how to be them.
Right.
So I'll just be like, if you acting like however that you acting, I just gotta respect it. Like you're more, and I'm like, I'm not really judgmental. So it's like I understand that it be different when you meet somebody in person. Like everybody can't just adapt and pick up that. So it's like everybody's mind doesn't process at the same speed.
Facts.
So for you, it was
so
like
glad you said
for
that.
you, it was like you was already up here. Some people would have been like, they would have been stuttering, they would have been starstruck, they would have been just like, it's no ego here. This is an egoless environment.
Egoless.
Sometimes people be like, and they'll give me the ego that I don't even have. They'll be like, oh well, I can speak to him all day because I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
But when he's in person, I don't know if he's really going to react. Like, is he as nice? Because a lot of people you get around, they don't be who they are on social media. So you be like, is he really that nice in person?
Right.
And then I'll be having a conversation over here, and then they'll hear like, oh, he ain't on, and now you want to be nice. So it's
and
like,
you want to be nice, right?
That'll kind of break you into you being comfortable by seeing how I'm carrying it with somebody else.
Right.
But if I go somewhere and somebody on the time, like, they don't really want to say too much, but they speak on social media, like, that's normal. Like,
right.
That's normal to me, at least. Like, people just do that. I don't know why. I ain't really trying to figure it out either. Like, if you want to speak, cool. I'm going to still always speak.
Right.
If I see somebody I know, I'm speaking. Now,
Look,
if you decide to not speak, it's like, I mean, you know people, you done came up around Muslims, like, I ain't gonna block my blessing because I ain't greet you back.
Right.
I'm getting mine.
Right.
I ain't got nothing to do with what you gonna do with yours.
Right.
Yeah, let me get my blessings. I already done saluted you.
And nothing to stopping nothing over
Nothing.
here.
Nothing that nobody got, that's whatever that they got that's going on ain't gonna stop this.
Right.
Never.
Yo, another thing is too, your tweets are on fire. You know how to talk that talk for sure. And it was one tweet I saw you say before. It was like, you never was ever like not in your own world.
Yeah, never wasn't.
And I respect that because I resonate with that on a crazy level because, you know, when you grow up, like you changed the narrative because your real story is you didn't grow up in a bad environment.
Yeah, I didn't.
And for me, growing up in South Philly, you know, the block where I'm from, it is a lot going on, right? So for me growing up, being a writer was different. Like wanting to have conversation was different. Like I didn't want to talk about the same
Now, don't
conversations.
never think, this is a perspective for you, don't never think because the neighborhood wasn't dangerous,
Right.
exclude the whole dangerous factor.
Right.
People, it still wasn't cool to do certain things.
Gotcha.
Now, although it wasn't dangerous, I wasn't just busting out no skateboard.
Right.
I wasn't just busting out no flannel around my waist when I was a young boy.
Right.
You mean, like, that's was something that had to be accepted by people once it got to be like the norm. Now,
Right.
you see a young boy that's black skateboarding, it's like, that's regular.
Just regular now. Yeah.
Back then, it's like, oh, you a weirdo.
Right.
So it's like you done shot his dreams of he could have been Tony Hawk because everybody want to push what they want you to do. You either
Right.
gonna go to school, you either gonna be in the streets, or you gonna play sports.
Right.
It's no other outlet. It was no rappers.
Right.
How many rappers did you know when you was growing up? This is new. The rap is new.
That's facts.
Then you got these young boys that when you might have knew somebody that wanted to be a rapper, they chasing their dream. And they getting signed young, or they getting their little clout young and all that. It's like, damn, I could have did that, but my old heads wasn't telling me that I could do that. My old heads was telling me, like, either shout out for you for going to school, or you gonna have this pack. That's it. It ain't no in between.
Right. So you really had to just follow your own mind and follow your own instinct, and go from there and be creative. And it's crazy because a lot of people see there are things that separate us from each other, right? But I really feel like everyone has that thing inside of them, that creative thing inside of them. They just got to find out the outlet to bring it out. Like everybody got something special about them, and that's what I try to tell people all the time. And I'm glad you're here because that's another great conversation we can have as far as tapping into your creative side, your brilliance. It's just being yourself. What else can you say about that?
Tapping into your creative side and your brilliance is only going to come out when you're ready for it to come out.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you don't not know that you can do it.
Right.
You always knew that you can do it. And even when you do it and somebody gives you the confirmation, you feel better about something that you already knew.
Right.
So it's always in you. Everything that you're going to do is going to start within you. That's it. That's all you got to do. You got to tap into yourself. How do you find inspiration in what you do? You follow like-minded people.
Right.
You look into things that complement your lifestyle. You've never seen me in the club in the section. Never. I can't network in the club. Right. Everybody that's in the club, they're under the impression that they already made it.
Yeah.
You can everybody's talking trash in the club to each other. Look at my watch. I got bottles coming in. I got girls coming in.
You ain't got this big stack like me.
Ain't nobody sitting in the club saying, yo, you got a manufacturer, I got this resource, let's swap. That don't even make sense for the club.
Right.
So it's like I already removed myself from that. My timeline on the day-to-day when I'm scrolling is all inspiration.
Right.
It's nobody just sitting. Like if I know you and you're not really complimenting what I got going on, I may I may give you a pass and you just on the timeline. But you scroll on my timeline, ain't nobody just sitting on the porch just smoking. They not just on their block just chilling. It's things that's like, damn. It's just consistent motivation and inspiration all around the board.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what you gotta do. You gotta follow things that complement your life. When you realize like you on your Instagram, I feel like sometimes when I don't post, I'm not inspired. Right. I go in my archive of pictures that I don't have on my page and re-inspire myself.
Fire.
It be that deep. Like it be like, damn, bro, if I don't drop, like, what are y'all gonna do? You like y'all waiting on me,
right?
And then it's a good thing to know. It's like if I don't move, ain't nothing gonna move.
Right.
When you got everybody following the wave, like what you doing, like
looking forward to whatever you got going on.
I didn't even take advantage and make no PO box. I don't got to shop for the next 2 years if I make a PO box.
Right.
They gonna send me it.
They gonna send
me it.
You gonna be
they gonna send me it blindly without even knowing if I'm going weird or not.
Right. Sheesh, yo, y'all gotta take notes to listen to the gems and just respect him, like as a person and as a man, like what he's doing, because he's really like setting the tone for.
I just had made a post the other day,
like a lot,
and I said, "How's people out here popping shit to people about shit that I don't even talk shit about?"
Right.
And I know I'm over them in the craft of what they talking shit about.
Right.
It's like I don't even get a thrill out of talking shit to nobody. Like, right, that's exactly what it is. Like the audacity of you to be talking shit to somebody about some shit that you're not even the top dog in or a factor in.
Right.
When the people that actually got it, they don't really say nothing. But see, I understand it though, because it's like that's you making up for what you don't have.
Right.
So even with that, it's always like I don't never be just too hard on one side. I always understand both sides. I know why you're doing that. You gotta do that. Because you can't do the other thing.
Right.
You gotta do that. It's two things. If you got it or you don't.
Right.
The people that don't, they make up for it by doing what they do.
Do what they do, right. And it's the saying I like too, is like we know who used to stuff and we know who ain't. Like we can see through it.
Right.
And it's crazy because before we started the video, we was just standing there talking about how we are able to read people and look through people. Because you said what? Like you probably got the reading thing more down packed than anything else. And I think that's
the thing.
I
mean, I can share that with y'all. Like if you think that I know how to dress, I can read people better than I know how to dress. So however that you feel that I am, whatever level that you think I'm at in the craft of getting dressed, I can read people 100 times better.
100 times better.
All right.
Super fire. This is crazy because I don't even know where to go from here because there's so much in my mind right now too. All right, give me your favorite designer from Philly right now.
My favorite designer from Philly right now, at the moment, I always like Stocked Up. I just like that he go left, you feel me? Like he like a get up and go. Like even in his style, he's a get up, go, like you know it's him.
Right.
He ain't thinking too hard about the people that's supposed to get it going by it, the people that don't, whatever. I like the guy that does the Trip Shit brand. He gave me a hoodie. The quality just was so crazy. I wore the hoodie for like 5 days straight. It was just off quality of the hoodie. Like forget the graphic, whatever.
Right.
Like the graphic was cool too. That's one of the pictures on my page, but that drawing was crazy. I'm trying to think like off the top, like who I really like. I like Yuri. His pieces are different. Like, I like people who clothes really like be different. Like like my favorite though, I don't really have no favorite. Like,
and that's cool.
I can't really think of no favorite, but like as of like lately, they the last 3 people that I've really been like I've been feeling them. I ain't gonna lie, I just been feeling them. Like I've been locked in mentally. Like and even that we got business that we doing together. It's just like that's who I've really been feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. I do want to play. I want to do an activity with you, right? I'm gonna give out maybe like two names, two anything, but you gotta pick one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. First one I'm gonna go with love or loyalty.
Loyalty.
Loyalty. Fire. Wow.
I'm not really looking for the like. I mean, the love is gonna be natural. Loyalty not natural. It's the human thing to think that when somebody look the other way, you got the urge to want to do like what you're not supposed to do. That's with anything though. Right. Like, but like loyalty is like if you got the option that you can do it and you still don't. A person that love you will still love you and do you dirty. A person that's loyal to you, they not doing you dirty.
1,000%.
They not.
Yeah, that was a good one. Jay or Nas?
I like Jay.
Jay.
Yeah, I like Jay.
All right, if you had to choose between the colors blue or green?
Blue.
Blue.
I got 3 favorite colors: they blue, green, and purple. So
For
it's
real?
like either way, it ain't even really matter.
Green,
like,
my favorite.
That was like a trick question. Like they was both good Jones.
That's crazy because my favorite color is green because it reminds me of like nature and growth. Like it gives me like a good feeling every time I see it, no matter what shade it is. For real.
I don't even have no reason why. I just always like them 3 colors.
For real?
Yeah.
You said green, blue, and
Purple.
And purple, what they say is royalty.
I guess so. Like I ain't even looking to the meanings. Like it didn't even matter that much. I just liked it.
Yo, speaking of royalty, right? Remember, before this even happened, I had hit Paz like, yo, I'm working on something. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I want you a part of it. He said, yo, just let me know. It's a go. Green light whenever you're ready. But how the conversation started was you posted a snippet of your situation that you got going on, right? And I had told you, I think this verbatim. I'm glad you stepping into this realm, right? And you was like, yo, look up the meaning of that word exactly. And I'm like, I mean, I know what I mean, but let me just go look again. And I look, and it's like a person who is perfecting whatever they're doing, that craft, being a part of the king of that kingdom, right? So when I look at it, I'm like, it makes total sense because he's stepping into this realm now. He killed the fashion thing. He already perfected it. That's boom. Now we're going into this, and then he's going to perfect that. So us even connecting on just vocabulary was a crazy thing to me. Like when I looked at it, I'm like, damn, this thing like words just like me too. This is crazy.
It was crazy. You so much of a shark because you don't want to disclose what somebody else got going on.
Right.
You said he posted up a snippet of what he got going on and just left it at that. That's just, they got to be on the end of their seat. Like, what is it that he even got going on? You ain't even tell him what it was. It's like, he got something going on, but we going to jump at the end. That's crazy that you even caught that.
Listen. We so here with it. It's crazy. Like, y'all ain't even got to know what it is, but you got something coming.
Right.
I would never disclose that, but just off rip.
Right.
That's how you know we here.
I would be like, yeah, they got the... Oh, my fault. Was I supposed to? Yeah, you already did that. You just don't worry about it.
Exactly. And see, when I locked in with you, you know, I was so excited about it. Like, yo, this is crazy. For some reason, I still couldn't even, like, not even for some reason, I understood why it was so real because you're like a real person. Like, you're the same person.
No bad. I'm just
off
a
the
real
internet.
nigga.
That's what I'm saying. And then,
it.
but this is what gets me though, guys. It's just like some people would be like, oh, this person is just so Joe, this person is just so that, but it's not that. Like, it's really genuine love.
Nah, I used to really feel bad about being like, oh, I'm thorough. You gotta own your thorough.
I used to be the same way.
Like it be kind of feeling like you supposed to be like you bragging.
Like you gotta downplay yourself.
Anything else when you get a new pair of sneaks, you bragging. When you go on a trip, you not even that you bragging, but you showing it off though.
Yeah.
I'm showing off my realness. I ain't got nothing. Only people that's not real not gonna feel it. Like,
yeah.
I mean, if you're not thorough, you're not real, you're not gonna feel it. That's it.
And something else you said to me too before, you was like, you can't try, you just gotta be. You can't try. People try to be this, people try to be that. You just can't try, you just gotta be it.
You can't.
I got another one for you too. I'm gonna take it back to the oldies. Marvin Gaye or Stevie Wonder?
I like Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
He just got like a more just like he got a whole different like wave to his name. Like he playing the instruments. You mean he got a whole like he just got more to his name. Like when you think of Stevie Wonder, it's like I seen Stevie Wonder. I seen Stevie Wonder when you said it. Like I ain't seen no picture of Marvin Gaye in my head. Like
you just seen Stevie, right?
Like Stevie, he here with us right now.
That's
just
hard.
like I seen him.
All right, give me this one. And I'm laughing at this one because I remember another situation too. Prada or Alexander McQueen?
Prada.
I knew you was gonna say that. I'm like, yeah, you ain't really feeling them McQueens like that.
No, we don't do McQueens. I ain't gonna lie, like we ain't gonna do the McQueens.
And you laced them Pradas too when you and your beautiful daughter went.
Yeah, man, quick put together.
That was a crazy lace.
Some classic Prada. That's crazy.
I said, yo, because I was sitting here thinking earlier.
Like honestly though, like I just feel like if you gonna go McQueen, you could have just got a pair of Stan Smiths. Like and I like shoes. They got a platform on and all. Like, but the McQueens, I just never like. I would have even went the suede classic Pumas before I would have. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, but I had all them Jones when they came out. Like, I just can't do the McQueens. Like, I never felt the McQueens. They clean. They like an old head. Like, I don't know. They like a fake bougie aunt shoe to me. Like she got some McQueens on. She just feeling herself. Like I don't really feel the McQueens.
It ain't really giving that.
I'm giving McQueen hell. Like shout out to McQueen though.
Shout out to McQueen.
Yeah, but just that style. Like I just was cool off the McQueen.
Yeah, that Prada shit. Especially the patent leather. They're a good joint. Let me see. I'm trying to think of another one. I don't even think they compare though. But they two of my favorites. Newbies or Vans?
Newbies. First of all, newbies just got too much flavor. You can wear them dirty like
the makeup is
like
tough.
you wearing Vans. And I'm not sure if it's the higher that you go up or the lower that you go down, but newbies are orthopedic shoes.
Right.
So the comfort level depends on what number that your newbie is.
Gotcha.
If you ever seen like a model, they have like the real bulky joints.
Right.
Yeah, like newbies are actually like help for your feet.
Right.
So yeah.
And the fact that they for your feet, and then you can lace them up.
And
crazy.
you can lace them right. Yeah. Oh
crazy.
yeah, newbies is yeah.
Even we was on the wave with the on the same type time before spring started with the van thing. Cause I'm like, I was out, I had the Vans on, and he was like, yo, I'm Vans this spring. I'm like, yo, I was on the same type time. Yeah, we really be
I'm on Vans crazy. Only like special joints though. Like they gotta be like crazy. Like I got some 50th anniversary joints. I got like a Niagara times Vans collab. I got a pair of Rule Vans. Like they gotta be crazy though. I still will do like classic joints, but it's like I like the crazy joints.
So Pine, tell me, where is your head at? You wake up, you see you in GQ.
It was regular.
Regular?
Yeah.
On what tip though? Give me more.
It was just regular. Like it was decent and all. Like, but it was just regular.
Mm-hmm.
It was like what it did. It put something on my resume for me to say that I did it. You feel me? It's a decent accomplishment, but it's just like, I mean. It was just normal. Like I mean, I feel like I deserve it, but it was regular to me. Like whatever supposed to come my way, it's like I accept it. I don't question. Damn, I'm never starstruck. Like
right.
I should be rewarded.
And the reason I asked you that is because, like we were having a conversation. You know, when people get to that a certain plateau, a certain level, they get kind of like comfortable.
Me being in that, it's not going to pay my bills for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. I still got to do more.
Yeah.
I did it 3 times.
I did
November. I did December of 2020. I did March of 2021.
Yeah. And not just GQ, but Essence too. Like it's just.
So like when I now honestly the Essence hit harder than the GQ because it was like best dressed creatives that on Instagram this week that were black. It was specified.
Sorry, yeah.
Best dressed black creatives, and then they had put the dates from March whatever to March whatever. Because I guess the way that they do it like week to week. Now, what was crazy to me is, as much running around as I do, if I didn't post that picture, I may have missed the deadline for it to even come up on their radar.
Right.
So it's like I don't be paying attention to the likes. I need to put the content out there. The right people gonna see it.
Right.
So I got featured in Essence. All off of taking a picture at the right time. And that wasn't even the dopest part. The dopest part was what got featured in Essence was 2 pieces that were from another black designer.
Yo, so it wasn't just you.
It wasn't just me. It was somebody else's clothing line that I was wearing that was in it.
Yo, that's fire. And for you to just look at that like, you know, thank you, but it's still gotta,
like, right, because it's like, all right, I did it, but it's like, nobody trying to hear that.
Right.
How I'm going to say that to somebody that did Essence 50 times, somebody that did GQ front cover, like, it's like, it's just regular, like, the work don't stop there.
Take notes, the work don't stop, and don't get comfortable, don't get...
It's like you drop an album, there's people that got 10 albums.
Right.
They're like, oh, your album was so crazy, like...
Right.
It was supposed to go crazy.
You gotta keep going, and there's more stuff to look forward to.
Right, like, anything that you put your energy into... You're supposed to get that result out of it.
Right.
If you want to keep working out every day, your body needs to be what it's supposed to look like. You shouldn't be surprised.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it all makes sense.
It's gonna make sense. Yeah. Like.
Shit.
Yeah, it's regular though.
Yo, this is crazy.
It don't make you different than nobody. Like for me,
right.
People that I feel like doper than me that never even did it, and they don't even care to do it.
Yeah, they don't even care.
They just be regular.
Right. Because they just staying true to them and getting the business done, getting the job done.
That's what get me excited. People that be staying true to themselves.
Yeah.
Not people that did GQ.
Yeah. Yo, that was such a bar. That was a bar.
Yeah, like, and I did GQ. It's like it's just regular.
Right. This shit just regular. They don't do much.
I don't. I just do me. I don't do much. I just do me. That's it.
What do you like to do on like a chill day, like a day where you don't even like? What do you like to do when you got a lot of free time?
When I got free time, like I be watching like Animal Planet. Like I'm like I'm a weirdo. Like I be watching Animal Planet. I be watching like.
No, it ain't weird.
Like YouTube, Greek mythology. Like I be like I hit an art museum. Mm-hmm. I go in the city. I find a spot that nobody not on, and then still keep it to myself. Like I got 100 spots in the city. People probably walk right past. They would never know where it's at. Like
that's fire.
I got a guy that collect art. He right in the city, and it's like I go to him. We be having like private meetings for me to buy art from him. He right in niggas, like he right in their face. Like y'all probably walk right past his joint all the time.
Sheesh. So you like to listen to that? You like to do stuff like that in your free time, right? It just made me think about something. Yesterday, my mom was watching the Oprah interview. She loves Oprah, right? So it was a Jewish family, and they were talking about how they don't watch, like, never watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
The children's never watch TV. They don't know. They didn't even know who Beyonce was.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take on that? Like, say for instance, in an alternate world, like, how would you think your life would be if you weren't Ponzo and I? You couldn't.
Like at one point in time, I wasn't really watching TV. I wasn't really a fan of TV. Yeah. I didn't have a TV in my room because I just didn't want one. Like, it ain't really. Like I said, I was really outside. Like,
right.
You don't get to the level of maturity and figuring things out by just sitting in front of the TV. Because even when you sit in front of the TV, you're looking at how that experience played out for that person.
Right.
So although you may think that it's easy, you may think that it's hard, you never even went and figured it out for yourself.
Gems.
So yeah, like the TV, I'm not against it. Like, you may use it, but just don't get too indulged in the TV that you forget to actually be a human being.
A human being,
right now, if I didn't want to talk to you and have a regular conversation, I could just scroll on social media and just talk to people that I've never even met or I'll never meet, or that may not even be who I think that they are. It's a whole fake person.
Wow.
If I don't want to deal some cards and play cards, I could download an app and play Uno with a computer. So it's like, don't never get out of touch with reality. Sometimes you gotta have them days. Everybody put your phone to the side.
Yeah.
We gonna lock in.
Yeah.
I just made donuts in the crib from scratch with my daughter. The other, like, we ain't gotta go buy them donuts. We about to make them from scratch. We about to dress them up. And
we killing two birds with one stone because it's quality time, and we're making something that you can just go pick up, but we spending that time together. And you also hit a key thing is not being in touch with reality, because she also asked them, like, do they have phones? And the parents was like, no, they don't need phones. They spend time with their friends in real time, like in real life. It's like no FaceTime, you know.
Like when I was a kid, we didn't have no FaceTime.
Yeah.
You heard that ball dribbling on the court, you knew somebody was outside.
So
I'm about to go outside. You heard them double dutch, you heard them ropes hitting the ground. You're like, oh, my girlfriend must be outside. Yeah. It wasn't no phone. You just knew where to be at.
And being in touch with that is how you become creative. Like, you could just be riding down the street, walking down the street, see something, it might spark you.
So I can tell you, like, my outfits, my inspiration, of course, I get inspired by my homies. Like, y'all, like, no BS, people better be lucky that my homies like to do what they like to do and they're not in the fashion world. Because they got me, I'm already putting them up on game.
Right.
So it's like, they already got their own style that really be like fire. Like my man, Seth, crazy swag. Dayton, crazy swag. Will, crazy swag. Like, these my homies. Like, they, if you know, then you know. Like, if you don't, like, you'll, find out, or maybe you won't. But outside of my homies, though, my inspiration be like architecture, just being outside. Like, really, reality is my inspiration. Like, all right, let me see something like that's in the room. I like how these colors go with each other. Let me see how I can make that into an outfit. I like how this lamp went from this to this to this. And it's only for a lamp.
Right.
Now I'm looking at it like, all right, the middle part was the pants, the top part was the hat, the bottom part was the shoes. Now I done took 3 colors from a lamp and I made it into an outfit.
Right. Crazy.
Right.
That's
not even a human being. You can get inspiration from anything.
Right. And it's dope that you brought up colors, because I was trying to figure out, like, how you come up with color palettes. So basically it's just like you just get inspired from something you see.
Yeah, right. It be like that. Then some of the joints be trial and error. Like, you gotta get in the mirror, put it on. Some things that you might think look hot in your head. That's why I say, like, me thinking that something is decent in my head is equivalent to somebody watching something on TV because they didn't get out to do the experience.
Right.
So now that I need to get out of my head is the TV.
Right.
I need to get out of my head. I need to get in the mirror and I need to put the clothes on and have that real life experience with myself. It don't look the same, or it looks better than what I thought that it was going to be.
Right.
So you gotta, it be trial and error. Put this on, I don't like how this go. Put this on, I don't like how this go.
Right.
Like, yeah.
And another thing that we can relate on too is, we could be say you're in a school cafeteria, high school, middle school, whatever. We the people that can get along with the cool kids or the weird kids.
Now this was crazy. Like, even when I was saying that my homies, now they are my homies, when they came up and they gave me my flowers in the party, they rock stars.
Yeah.
They wear chokers. They paint their nails black.
Yeah.
A person that got on a pair of ones and a tight pair of mirrors that think he a rock star, like, bro, I'll show you like a real rock star.
Real rock star.
You feel me? Like, I could tap into that. Like, my other homie, Vincent Pete. He, white boy, clean cut white boy from out middle of University City. Now the culture that we come from, they probably looking like, why is somebody like me meeting somebody like him?
Right.
He must be a cop from the brick. That's my man, crazy artist. artist. Like, that's my man. Crazy
Right.
artist, though. Like, it be like that, though. Like, I'm in touch with everything.
That's fire. And too, it's like, when I think, it's like, yo, this guy can't have a stain on his resume. Like, your resume's sturdy.
Yeah, I ain't got no stains. Like, I ain't never been to jail. I ain't
Yeah.
never, like, listen, this one thing, like,
Pure.
hit the other switch, like, outside of the fashion and the cool stuff, like, it ain't no
Resume
stains on it.
sturdy.
It ain't no, you couldn't pay nobody. Like, if it strike me down, ain't no stains on this resume. Like, this resume, you be
It's
surprised.
crazy.
It be people that do this, and then after the interview drop, it's all this. I remember, it would never be that.
Never.
It would never be that.
And I hate that. Like, all right, people who, here's the thing, the hater thing. Like, it's people who make fake haters, like imaginary haters, but it's people who really got, like, haters. Like, what can you say? Give them talk real quick to people who got haters. Like, how can you maneuver?
Man, if you got them, then you just got them.
You doing
like,
something right.
I mean, that's it. Not even you doing something right. You be doing something wrong and have haters.
Yeah, true that.
Real rare. You
True
be
that.
doing something wrong and have haters. Like, all right, prime example. If a cop kills somebody, he did something wrong. People hate him for that.
Right.
You just because you're doing something right, don't mean it's gonna bring the haters. You're gonna have haters because that's just what it's. You either gonna have it or you're not. It's,
Right.
it's only two options. Like, either you're gonna be a hater or you're not.
And you gotta know what to do with it. And I'm just a person that's just always, you too.
I ain't gonna lie, you gotta be a little hype with that little resume joint. Like, 'cause I be liking to talk shit like that though, but I be really trying to chill because it's like my resume really like that though. Like, not even for doing gangster shit, for staying in my lane.
Right. And being
My
yourself.
resume is sturdy for me staying in my lane and not putting myself in situations to have to do the shit that people end up doing.
Right.
But when it calls for shit to happen, nigga, I'm a frontliner.
How you feel about, all right, I am also all in support of this, right? It's nothing wrong with saying you was wrong. Like, say for instance, you got maybe people get peer pressure. You got something, you was becoming somebody you really not. It's cool to say, damn, that ain't really me. Let me just switch it up. You good? Yeah, it's cool to apologize.
Everything in this day and age is 10 times worse than back in the day because it's a million people with opinions that you don't even know.
Yeah.
So back in the day, maybe like, and it's like, oh well, how can you compare back in the day to being thorough or owning up to something? You never felt the pressure. This like you about to perform in front of a million people,
Right.
and they booing you.
Right.
Don't nobody want to come out and have to do that. Like, nothing is really sacred these days. It's like some way, somehow, even if you talk to somebody off the scenes, you got somebody that made a post, niggas is then you like, well, is that talking about me? Then you feeling all insecure because you know whoever watching them probably know the situation. Like, ain't no telling. Like, it's a million eyes on you at all times these days.
Yeah, that's true.
So it'd be hard for somebody to put their pride to the side and be like, I was wrong, I was turning into this, I was turning into that. Like, the same people that's running around in the music telling you to do A, B, and C, they got wives that they checking in with every night. That they, in the song that they, latest song just told you to go out, hit something, and leave her where she at.
Yeah.
And they go home to their wife every night.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Everything you gotta do, you gotta figure it out for yourself.
Yeah,
You listening to this song, you done fell in love with their lifestyle. That's not even your lifestyle.
Right. And what I admire too is how you were able to, tap into two different worlds. Like, as far as like, say for instance, celebrity like Nipsey or somebody, right? You could see him one day in a room with Jay, and then you could see him next day at his store in his hood, ready, just mingling like it ain't nothing. And I think that is the beauty of life too, because it's just bringing those two worlds together. Because for a long time they were separate.
Right.
I see them coming together now, and it has a lot to do with social media and
Man,
stuff too.
no
Think about
BS.
that.
I tell people, like, just how I was saying, a lot of people lucky that my homies not in the fashion lane because they just do it naturally because that's just what they like to do.
Right.
And they got other lanes that they in. A lot of people lucky that I'm not on the other side of the fence. Because I know for a fact, if I drop a pack, they buying weed off me, off my name. Just because they want to meet me.
Off rip.
Just like, I know I can step on somebody's toes. Pons
Talk
got the
that.
weed. Pons got the weed. Bottom line, there's nothing else to talk about.
Right.
They pulling up on me. It could be the
Already.
most bullshit weed. It could be
But-
the most bullshit
but
weed,
it's
but
you.
because it's coming from me, I got it from Pons.
You got it from Pine.
Real red, because I see bullshit sells. It's not about, like, I'm not even going to say that Primark is bullshit. I'm not going to say that H&M is bullshit because some people may like those type of things. But to some people, it is bullshit.
Right.
But some people's bullshit is other people's luxuries. They like it. You know what I mean? And they done brainwash you to make you feel like that you need to spend your money with them.
Right.
You didn't forgot that you're not even getting the performance of what the product even supposed to do for you.
Right, supposed to do for
You just so hyped to keep on having interactions with the person.
Right.
You love the person.
happens a lot.
The person is now the product.
Right.
Your get high is not even the weed. Your get high is going and meeting this person, knowing that you're buying the bullshit.
Getting that energy,
right.
which is strong.
And that's a drug too.
Yeah, energy is strong. That's why I always tell people, like, it's not really always about the physical. You got to make sure your inner
for sure.
Spirit and all that is top tier. Everything got to be sturdy,
right.
Or it's just not gonna work. It need a balance.
And that's why I be feeling some type when people be having it, and then something happen, and they just lose it.
And they just
like you're not even credible no more. You put in all this work for nothing.
Right.
For somebody that wasn't ever as sturdy as you to be able to pull your card. Like how did you even like backpedal to that?
Right. How'd you let that happen?
Right.
Yeah. I'm about to take it to this. This is one of my my favorite questions, and it came up. All right, I'm gonna go deep. It came up
nervous,
2 days ago. No, you good. It came up 2 days ago, right? I saw a post because Adriana had posted this too. She reposted it. It said, "I got a good mama. I thank God for her every day." Right? So I looked at it. I'm like, damn, I can relate to that on every level. So I DM'd her and I said, you know, I relate to this on a deeper level because I feel like my mom's such a good person. And good because not that she does everything correctly or right, but because her intention is pure. And I think that's a lot of where my blessings come from, me personally. Like, I feel like from a parent to a child, when you're a good parent, like when you're a good person, I feel like those blessings bleed into your child. How do you feel about that? Talk about that.
My mom a trellis.
Yeah.
That's like no way around it. Like, my mom got neck tats, face tats, whatever. Like, she just... That's my idol.
She just...
I know at the end of the day, the only person who opinion that I care about is hers.
Yeah.
I got a daughter. I had a dad. I got a grandma. I got a grandpa. I don't care about what nobody else say.
Right.
She carried me. We already here with it. Like, whatever that she say, that's what it is.
She's just real.
If she say she don't really feel something, then I might have to second guess it. But other than that, it's like, I ain't even... It's what my mom say. My mom word. That's the law. Like
And I think that's where a lot of our blessings come from. I'm being honest with you, and even to a child, to a parent too, it's the same thing. What do you think is an important thing that you have to instill in your child? Like, what's the important thing about being a parent, like a father?
The most important thing you gotta instill in your child is letting your child be their self. That's it.
Take notes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Whatever that you're gonna do, whatever that you think that your child wants to be, let your child be that. You don't never let your child harm themselves. You don't never let your child jump into things beyond what their age permits them to jump into.
Right.
But outside of that, everybody would expect your daughter going to be in the fashion.
Yeah.
My daughter might want to be
I was going to ask you that
a rapper.
What you think? Yeah.
We rapping.
Right.
That's what it is. Daddy did the fashion. What do you want to do? It's no pressure. Now, for the age right now, if I'm going to be looking a certain way, yeah, she's going to have everything that I got. But if she gets to the age where she like, I'm cool, she ain't got to worry about it. Ain't no pressure. She can be what she want to be.
I feel like she going to be in everything.
Yeah, I didn't write out her life for her.
Right.
All I'm doing is guiding her to have certain principles, certain goals. That's
talk
it.
That talk.
I ain't here to write her life out. Her life is already her life.
Right. Because a lot of parents get caught up into, like, I want my kid to do this, I want my kid to do that. But
no, you got people that's forcing their kids. Even, I done seen casting calls. You cussing your kid out at the casting call, like it'd be like the parents be wanting it more than the kid.
Yeah.
You got your kid in here crying. You got your kid in here crying. They don't even want to be a model. Right. You forcing it. Now the kid, they on punishment. They can't play with their toys and all that because they acted out at a casting call for something they didn't really want to do.
Right.
When before the casting call even came up, they sitting here telling you, "Mommy, come watch such and such with me." You would have figured out what it was, what they wanted to do.
And now they acting out, and you trying to figure out why.
Right.
And now
the same way how you like to talk to your girlfriends, or you like to talk to whoever that you talk to. Kids want that.
Kids want that, yeah.
Right. It's just prime example. I tell my girl, she like, my daughter got like a slime board connected to her bed.
Okay.
So at one point in time in the middle of the night, you always gonna hear shh. She coming down the slime board. You can hear her sliding down the slime board. She about to come in the room. My girl say one day like, put her back in her bed. She want to come in here and lay down. Like, she got her own room. Like, ain't no point to have two, another room for her. She want to keep coming here every night. And I'm like, at the age that you are, you want to lay with me to be comfortable to go to sleep. And you a grown woman. What you think a baby want? So that's why I be like, you got to put things in perspective like that. Like,
yeah. And that's dope. Because, see, and she's special because she has that balance. She has mom, she has dad around, and she can see both sides and how both energies are different because I think, having that male energy and having that female energy in the household is very important.
For sure.
Yeah. So that's dope. Before we wrap up, though, because this joint was crazy, right? Give give some, because we've been giving it the whole interview though, but give them some inspiration, like how we can end it all, be all, some good stuff. Talk to them.
Be you. That's the only thing where I can say it's gonna make sense when it's supposed to. A lot of things that I did, I'm just now receiving the blessings from it, and I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
I didn't understand like, oh, why is this not happening? Why is this not happening? It's like, don't worry about it. Just keep doing it.
Keep going.
And then when you look back, like I said, somebody had ran me back my resume, but had I not kept going, I wouldn't have got the opportunity they was presenting to me, because it's like I would have already stopped.
Right.
You just gotta, whatever it is that you do, it's gonna make sense when it's supposed to.
It's gonna make sense.
That's it. You don't get to choose when you want it to make sense.
Right.
It's gonna make sense when it's supposed to.
Right. And it's all about time and season.
Everybody wanna be tweeting talking about, it's a lesson. That's really what it is.
That's
like
really
don't just tweet it, live it. Like
live it.
Stand by them words in real life off the internet.
Because when them L's come, treat it like a lesson. Just learn from it.
Be you. That's it.
And stay grounded. And keep your spirit and your energies right. And not just your leg, because everything counts.
Yeah, bro, right.
Thank you so much again, Brian.
You already. Yeah, for sure.